Hello, good afternoon, good day, Nigerians. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine, doing good. As always, this is Makati, the host of the Reality Podcast. I'm here to give you a political profiling on ADC, on the political gladiators who have come to rescue Nigeria in 2027. For now, it's all about mobilization, awareness, and all of that. It's done. So I will be talking on from the head, Senator David Mark. Senator David Mark is a political juggernaut. He's a political juggernaut, and he is a man. He was a former military officer as a brigadier general. He was a former military governor in Niger State. You understand? And this is a man that is a Democrat. He was the Senate president from 2007 to 2015, the longest ever serving Senate president in the history of the Nigerian Senate, the legislative arm. So at a particular time when the nation was in need of ideologies and things to move the nation forward, Senator David Mark brought in the ideas of doctrine of necessity through the federal minister. What's his name again? Late Professor Dora Akuli, because she was a key member of the Goodluck administration. When they came in, as at that time, they never wanted to swear in Goodluck Jonathan in as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces after the death of Yar'Adua. There were a lot of things, a lot of discrepancies, political arguments. A media aide, unknown media aide, held the letter that was transmitted down to the National Assembly. So it was not creating some political turmoil. There were issues going on. At the end of the day, the Federal Executive Council deemed it fit necessary to call for a political caucus dialogue meeting through the Senate. Ordinarily, the Senate is not mandated to swear in the president, but at that time, the Chief Justice of the Federation, who was mandated and constitutionally mandated to swear in the president, was now in retirement. He has retired from service. So it was not critical. That was the only time a outgoing service Chief of Justice of the Federation has to swear in another Chief of the Justice of the Federation. It was a very critical moment. But at the end of the day, the National Assembly, they met through the doctrine of necessity. But we made doctrine of necessity. It is a political ideology, political settings where, based on the principles of democracy, there are some men, gladiators in the fields of politics. They will come and tend to use technicality, which is allowed in a democracy. Sometimes they will tell you there are rules, but there are some persons that bend the rules. So they came in as a caucus through Senator David Mark, who is now the interim national chairman of ADC. He was